Hi, and welcome to Bier and Brezel's Tabletop. This is a recording of a Tabletop Simulator session of Omicron Protocol by Dead Alive Games with two of the people behind the game, Lin and Brendan Kendrick. This video was recorded in English and German, and the version you are watching right now is the English version with all German translations edited out. So please excuse any jumps or rogue German words from time to time. You can find links to the Kickstarter for the game as well as the Tabletop Simulator mod and a print and play version in the video description. Okay, let's start and say hi to Brandon and Bernie.
Oh, hello.
Hi there, nice to be here.
All right, so first thing first. Oh, it's actually quite interesting. Just before this, we just recorded exactly this scenario again with the short version, which is 2 characters on each side. Yeah, so there's a 2-character version, which we call the short version, also the lunch version, because you could play it, like we played it in 30, 40 minutes, even with explaining in the video. And then the long version is the one you watch, which is usually about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how fast you play. And that's 4 characters on each side. All right, so with that said, the first thing here, so I guess I should quickly explain what this scenario is. It's called hands-on research, and you can see the initial setup. We have a print and play available. You could download it from the Kickstarter page directly to see kind of all the setup and all that. But this one is one of the first scenarios in the story where a mysterious signal broke through the jamming and isolation of the city. The whole city's locked down because of this virus and these people, CYMS, Sims, cybermimetic sociopaths, kind of going crazy everywhere. The signal broke through and said, hey, we could help you if you can scan their cybernetic implants. This is the year 2050. Everyone kind of has basic cybernetic implants. Scan it and then come to this middle objective marker. This is a computer console. If you are within one of the 6 hexes around it, you can upload that data. This console is connected directly to the outside world, and they could get that information and hopefully be able to help the people that are trapped in the city. And that kind of leads us into all the other scenarios in the game. So this thing right here is your scoring card for the Peacemakers. So if you look at it, your team has a special ability. Yours is called Marksmanship. That lets you add 1 attack die whenever you make a range attack. There's also this thing called an Extraordinary Tactic. That's a once per game ability for your whole team. Usually 1 model activates it on your team, and everyone within 5 or 6 hexes, it says on there, also get to participate out of their activation. So it's a very powerful ability that usually you use to at least score 1 more point just by doing that. All right, so with these 2 characters, one thing you should remember is for Bolt, she starts with deep cover as her passive ability. So the way you could do it is you could take one of these ability markers and put it next to her base, just to show that until she fires or makes an attack, it cannot be targeted by anyone's ranged attack unless they're 3 hexes or closer. And her other thing is called Sniper Shot. She has a restriction. Usually you can move or attack in any order you want. You just can't do it during your move. She has to shoot before she moves. Once she moves, the only time she could fire again is if she uses Overwatch, which is paying 1 action point to shoot once later. And then the other time she could shoot after she moves is a firing line. All right, on your stack over there with the AP on your left, grab just 5 of them because the full game you use 8.
Okay.
So see, I kind of put 5 over here. And then yours is actually here.
Yeah.
every character has 5 stats. So we streamlined this game. The goal of the game is to really be able to play it fast, play it as an in-between game, and also to get board gamers who've never tried miniature games to try it out and see why it's fun. So the 5 stats are walk, run, attack, dexterity, and luck. Walk and run kind of go together. Every time you activate a character, every character activates once per round. And when all 4 characters that are on the board, 2 of yours, 2 of mine, finish activating, that's the end of a round. And during your activation, you can either walk or run. Walking is free, does not cost any action point, it does not create any noise. Running costs you 1 action point and generates 1 noise. So that's pretty much the movement part. You could only move once per activation, so you could do actions before attack or and all that. You could move, and then you could do more actions afterwards. The only action you could do during your move, and it's specific to this scenario only, is to pick up those implants once you knock the Sims out. We just made a lot of objective tokens.
All right.
So whenever you knock out a Sims, those will drop where they got knocked out. So,
Okay.
and that's the thing you pick up. That's the only thing you could do during your move as a free action. If you walk over one of the hexes that has these, you could pick it up, and you could only hold 1 at a time until you upload it. All right. Next 2 stats, attack and dexterity. Those 2 go together. When you attack someone, you ask them for their dexterity, and that is the goal for each of your die. You want to get that number or higher to hit them. So the other thing with attack is you see how someone has a sword and a gun. Sword just means melee. Melee means range 1. Range 1 is right next to you. You can see how much noise each attack generates. If you do range, it's usually 2 to some number. Your sniper goes up to 5, 10 actually. Hexes, so it's super long. Most guns are 6. The bow is 5. And then you'll see one of my other guys actually does not have any range attacks on purpose. All right, how does attack work? Let's just say I'm going to attack someone. You look at the attack number. That's the number of dice you roll. So lucky is actually not as exciting. Let's look at Thug.
Okay.
Thug gets to roll 6. And he has a lot more interesting things you could see in a bit. So you get 6 dice out. 4, 5, 6. And then if I want to make an attack, the thing is you spend 1 action point, and usually we just put 1 like above just to show that's spent. It makes 1 noise once you finish attacking, and then you just roll all 6. Roll. Boom. Okay. So let's say, actually, I should have picked someone. So Thug actually doesn't have a range attack, so he has to be like this close next to someone to attack. All the Sims have dexterity 3, so it's easy to remember. With this roll, I have 5 hits, 5 dice that's higher than 3 or, oh shoot, I just changed that number. 5 dice that's 3 or higher. This one's a miss, so I'm going to put it on the side. The way to think of this bottom part, the left side of the card, it's called a action store or action market. Every single die that you hit, you could think of it as 1 coin. You take these coins and you go into the left side market to buy results. So, for example, the blood drops, those are damage results. That's the amount of damage you could do to a model. The numbers, the white numbers above it in circles, tells you how many hit results you need to spend. So how many coins you need to spend to buy that result. So for Thug's case, if I spend 1, I could get 1 damage, 2 for 2 damage. But then I have to spend 4 to do 3 damage and 6 to do 4 damage. Okay. 1 restriction, you can only buy 1 damage each attack. So you can't buy 1 damage twice or 3 times or 4 times. You can't buy 1 damage, 2 damage, and 3 damage. So you could only choose 1 damage result. On the bottom, there are abilities. You also see the circles. That's also the cost of each ability to the right. So Cyber Blast, for example, is 5 coins or 5 hits. Stun costs 2 and all that. Again, the restriction is you can only buy one of each name once per attack. But here's the thing about this game that's a little unique. You have 5 coins. The only restriction you can buy one of everything. You could pretty much buy anything you want as long as you have the coins to spend. So I can buy 1 damage, for example. That cost me 1. I have 4 left. Now I'm going to spend 2 to buy stun, and then 2 more to buy shift. So I can stun the Sims I attacked. You have to do it on the target. I could do 1 damage to it, and then I could shift it. I could move it 1 more hex, all with just 1 attack. Things that we could do as we play is if you see the yellow S next to it, like stun, shift, and push, those are standard abilities that you can find on that right side thing over here to your right, rules reference. If you zoom in there, you'll see action store, sidestep, X is the number, push, shift, steal. Those are just standard abilities that everyone has. If it doesn't have an S, that means it should be found on your right side of the card. It's usually under active abilities. That'll explain what it does. And then finally, the thing that has that little purple triangle thing, that's the Omicron Protocol symbol, just means it's a cybernetic ability. That means generally either you need to have cybernetic implants or a tool to be able to use it, and a lot of times it only affects cybernetic models, which in this case, everyone on the board is cybernetic except for Lucky. Last thing on the right side, you see some abilities like Hyper Aware that has a parentheses 1 AP. And you also see it on the left, costing 3 hits. That means this ability, you can either do it from an attack, or you could do it by just spending 1 AP and automatically getting it. There are many people with abilities that are either on both or just on one side or the other. So that's just what that means. If it doesn't, like Cyber Blast, it doesn't have a parentheses 1 AP, that means you have to trigger it off an attack on the left. And every character generally has a passive ability at the bottom. That's just something you should read and remember. I'll remind you when that happens. Okay. Like Bolt's Deep Cover is a passive ability.
All right.
A little bit about Sims is Sims pretty much activate after every character. So I go, then the Sims go, then you go, and back and forth. Sims always activate in between. They only activate if you have enough noise. If you made a lot of noise, let's just say Thug is here, and I made 4 noise. And the noise follows the person. So that just means, I say I'm done with Thug. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every Sims within 4 hexes. This just tells you how far they can hear you. That means these 3 Sims will not hear anything. But the ones that are within 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, these 3 all will activate. What happens when they activate? You, the opponent, actually gets to choose how to activate them, the order. Whenever you activate one, they always do these 2 things. They first move. Their move is always 2, up to 2. You don't always have to move 2, but you must end up at least 1 hex closer to me. So if this Sims is 3 hexes away, I have to end up in this hex, or this hex, because they're all 2 away. That satisfies it. Or it could just go 2 right directly here. So you have some options of how you want to move. You'll see later why that matters. But you can use that to your advantage to put the Sims where you want, as long as they end up at least 1 closer to me. And what happens is, so you, in any order you want, let's just say you did this. The Sims, when they finish moving, they will always attack with 2 dice. That is what they do. It's the same thing. They roll. If it hits your dexterity or higher, and his dexterity is only a 2, every die is 1 damage, just like that. Then you move another one. If it ends up next to anyone, you have to attack, even if you end up next to yourself. But if you end up next to 2 different people, you could choose who to attack. So this one would roll also, and this one obviously cannot reach me, but you can just move him 1 because maybe you don't want him to move that far, and that's it. Yeah, so we pretty much do that after every character. If some characters, like Lucky, actually doesn't make any noise, so nothing happens and it just goes to you. At the end of the round, we'll do it when that happens, more Sims will come out from these spawn points. They always come out starting with the loudest character and always the closest one. Again, the opponent gets to decide. Once they come out on there, they immediately move, just with the same rules, towards the person that spawned them, and then they attack anyone that they end up next to. And finally, these things here, so these 2 are walls. No one can see through it or walk through it. In the short game, it doesn't matter as much since we start close. Everything else, actually, computer is the same thing. Everything else is difficult terrain, so it costs 2 hexes of movement to walk on each of them. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, shoot. And 5, for example. Walking off, because you're not walking on it, only costs you 1. When you're on top of it, you have cover against ranged weapons only, and that just means the ranged attacker loses 1 die when they shoot at you. Otherwise, Sims ignore everything except the wall. They also don't get covered. This is just to kind of keep it simple so Sims can just walk 2, even though it's difficult terrain. That's all we'll do for now, and I will introduce exceptions when it comes.
All right.
So we should each roll 1 die and see who. Oh.
2?
That's 2. Oh. And how does this thing roll? 6, 2. So whoever wins gets to decide if they want to go first or second. In terms of going first, the benefit usually is you get to do an alpha strike. Going second lets you kind of see what the first person does, because based on how much you have total score, and also based on how many action points you did not use, so you have 5. If you didn't use a lot of action points, you get to decide the next turn. So it's a kind of a system of handicap to help the person behind in points or the person who spent fewer action points. If we're still tied, because I got to decide this time, you just get to decide next time.
Okay.
We won't play with the forage cards this time, but I will draw 1. You could kind of see that these, they have a trigger that tells you when you could play it, and then there's an ability right underneath it. You could use them once, and then they're discarded. It's free action to use it. Usually, each of us start with 2 cards, and you assign it to any character you want. Every action point you spend lets you draw another one. But usually in the short game, you don't have enough action points to draw more. This is just kind of an example of when you play and you're used to it, this adds even more kind of changes every time you play based on the cards you have. I will choose to go first.
Okay, also Danny fängt an.
Yeah, so the way is I will activate 1 person. I'll do everything I want to do with that person, and then when I finish, if I made any noise and Sims heard it, they'll do stuff, and then you will choose 1. Then I come back and use the other. You choose the other. That's the end of the round. More Sims show up. Each character can only spend 4 AP max. That's the only restriction. Otherwise, you share these 5. Every round, you get 5 more. So I will activate Thug first. I will use Thug, and I will do this ability. It's on the reference card at the top, called Charge. Usually, if I want to run, it costs me 1. If I want to attack, it costs me 1. So if I want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I want to run here and attack, it would cost me 2. But I'm only going to spend 1 action point to charge. The downside is his attack is 6, as we saw earlier. If you charge, you lose 2 dice from your attack for that attack. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot one rule. The 5th stat is luck. Luck is actually super important. Luck just means if you roll a die, let's look at the previous 4 I rolled. If you don't use it for anything, you could trade every die that is equal or higher to your luck value. So most people are 5. For luck tokens, 1 for 1. And luck tokens can be used later. For example, I rolled a 2 here. Each luck token lets you change the number by 1. So you could spend 2 luck token to change it by 2. And you could spend as many tokens as you want to modify as many dice as you can, each time by 1. Other uses for luck, every 2 of them lets you reduce a damage on you. You could use it as many times as you want. Every 3 lets you ignore a condition, which stun will be the only one here. Every character can only hold 7 luck. And I gave you 1 luck each. We each start with 1 luck on every character. Alright, so he did the charge, so he spent 1 action. He did a charge, so I run. I will get to attack with only 4 dice. I'm going to attack this person over here. And I will roll. Okay, so it's a 5, 6, 2, 4. Again, every one of these sims has 3. So I only hit with 3. The reason I care is I want to get to stun. Stun is his, only cost him 2. So I'm going to spend, usually you should spend the lower ones. This 2 now causes this person to be stunned. Stun means you lose 1 dexterity. So now if I hit this person again, it will go down to 2 instead of 3, which is easier to hit. Plus, I have this ability called Rusty's Revenge, which gives me +1 damage to any target that's stunned. And then finally, I'm going to not use this 6 and get another luck token. So I have 2 now. And that is 1 attack. Now, I did that attack. You have to think about noise. The running is 1 noise. The attack is 1 noise, even though it's a charge that only costs 1 AP. So I have just created 2 noise. So I put the noise next here. Okay. Again, you can attack as many times as you want. Each attack is 1 AP, and I can spend up to 4 AP. So I am going to attack again. I'm going to attack this one that's stunned because I only need to roll 2 or higher to hit. So, and now because it's not a charge, I can roll 6 dice again. All right, I have 5 hits. This is exactly what I want. If you look at his card again, 5 hits is this thing called Cyber Blast. Cyber Blast, if you read to the right, it's an area of effect, AoE, pulse. So that means it originates from him. Range 1, that just means every hex around him. Causes 2 noise, which will count later. All the sims are automatically knocked out. All cybernetic non-friendly characters, there's none next to me, I could shift them 2 hexes. So there's a pretty powerful ability. That's why I need to roll 5 out of 6 to get it. That's why I usually try to stun someone first. It does generate a noise for attack and 2 noise for the Cyber Blast, so I go up to 5 noise. But the good thing is these guys are gone.
No.
And now they're replaced by 3 of these. I just need to track. I killed 3 sims so far.
Okay.
I'm just going to put a dice next to here. Once I get to 5, I get 1 point, and it resets. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And while we're there, I forgot to mention, whoever has the most points after 3 rounds wins. And you can score points by every 5 sims we just talked about. You can score points every time you knock out a character. There's no permanent death, so the character comes back whenever they're activating, and you could lose another point again if you lose that character. And then finally, the scenario objective, which was what we talked about at the very beginning, is grabbing one of those brown tokens and then going next to the computer and uploading it. Okay, I am going to be done with Thug and save 3 of my actions for Lucky. He generated 5 noise. 5 noise pretty much means even this one is within 5. You get to control all 3, 1 at a time, and you just have to follow that rule. You can move up to 2. You have to end up at least 1 hex closer, and you have to attack anyone you end up next to. Since you're a little too far from me, you probably want to move them in ways that are beneficial for you later.
I would move this one hex. Well, I think I have to move him here.
You don't have to, actually.
So
you just have to be one closer, right? So this one's one closer.
Oh, all right. You're right. Yes, of course. Thank you.
Yep.
Also, ich habe den Stein bewegt. Und the last one I will move over here.
Yep, that works.
So that
nice.
they stand
They're all in a
suspiciously
nice-
close together.
For no reason.
No reason whatsoever.
Okay, so that ends one activation, and now you pick one of your two to go.
Your noise level stays until the end of the round, or?
It stays till the end of the round, and I'll tell you now that the easy way to remember is every single die on the board, even if it's one noise, will generate one Sims at the end of the round.
Okay.
After every die generates noise, every noise generates Sims, we will each generate 2 more. So 4 more total Sims still come out even if there's no noise.
Okay, so I will activate, what's his name? Buck? The shotgun guy. So he will go 1, 2 to
there.
this side, yes. And then he will use his active ability Shotgun for 2 AP, also 2 Aktionspunkte. And I will use the right side template.
Yep.
Also ich benutze hier diese Schablone, das heißt, alle Charaktere sind drunter. And we have to roll characters.
Aha, so it's an AoE attack. You roll the number of dice that is under your enemies under your template. So you have 3 enemies under your template, you get to roll 3 dice. Each dice that you want to hit the person, you have to hit their dexterity. So they're all 3, so you just need to roll 3 or higher. But if I had, let's say, Thug is in there and Lucky's in there, one's a 2 dex, one's a 5 dex, you just have to have the dice that can hit their dex, and that counts as a hit.
So, 1 success.
Oh, you could spend luck on this too.
Yeah, I think I will. Also ich benutze jetzt ein Luck.
Change
Den
that
hier.
to 3.
Do I change the value? So, change that to 3. Also ich wechsle jetzt
Now
zu
you
3,
can
dann habe ich
remove
2.
any 2 you want.
Okay. And I will remove this one.
You can just put it on the side. I will replace that.
Thank you.
I
this
will
one.
throw them way off, yeah.
Okay.
And you get another token sitting there. These tokens do go away at the end of the round. It's kind of like you knock them out, they woke up and crawled away.
Okay.
But yeah, 3 noise, nice.
That was 0 AP for the move and 2 AP for the action. And I think I will leave it. Oh, I could shoot and could generate much more noise.
Yeah. It might be good to leave it because Bolt is really good.
Okay. So I'm finished for this activation.
Let's see. All right. So 3 noise. This one survived, and it's within 3. So I could come here and attack you, but you have a lot of hit points and you have a body armor. So one of the other things you could do is you could kind of just have someone stand on it. You cannot walk over people. So until you get rid of this person, you can't pick that one up.
Okay.
So that's like another tactic to use Sims to do to annoy your opponent. I will activate Lucky. Lucky can walk 6. He's really fast.
Okay.
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to pick that one up, and 6 and end up right there.
Also bewegt 6 Felder und sammelt das Implantat auf.
I'm actually just going to spend an action point. You have to spend 1 action point and upload it. That will give me the first point. Okay, so 1 is my regular point. The 3 is my Sims. Oh, shit. These things really have physics, yeah. Alright, 3 is my number of Sims killed so far. Alright, I have 2 more action points. I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm actually trying to shoot Buck with my bow.
Also er schießt jetzt seinen Bogen auf Buck.
Lucky doesn't do much damage, but you'll see I'm trying to generate luck. So you can only really generate luck when you're rolling die. He only rolls 4 dice. And... Oh, that's a good roll.
Okay.
He is going to... Okay, so he only needs 1 hit to do this thing called sidestep. 1. I'm going to sidestep over here onto... fall over. Onto this thing, and... Yeah, he's going to sidestep onto this thing. When you sidestep onto it, it's a movement, not a move action, but any movement into it lets you pick it up. So I'm going to pick it up as part of my movement. The other 3, they're all 3 or higher. I'm going to trade for 3 luck. Lucky needs to store up a lot of luck. Then I'm going to just shoot again. Much worse. So I need 3 or higher to do luck. I only need 2 or higher because for Buck. So I'll do that to sidestep back. Let's see, he'll be there. I can't do anything with these 2, and this 3 I'm going to trade for 1 luck. If I had 1 more action point, I could have uploaded and scored another point, but since I don't, he is done. And since he doesn't make any noise, he's stealthy and parkour, he can walk over these things. He is done and nothing happens. And now it's to Bolt. So Bolt has to shoot before she moves. Yeah. And you still have 3 action points. I would definitely recommend... I mean, Thug is easier to hit, but he has 16 hit points. But here's the thing. If you are currently... I'm at 1 point. You're at 0. Mm-hmm. So if you stay at 0 points, this is why going second is kind of useful. You can choose not to score a point so that you can choose to go first or second next round. So one thing you could do is you could shoot. Yeah. You might not kill Thug, but then if you choose to go first next turn, you could finish him off.
All right. So I can just shoot through Lucky at Thug.
Yes, so the only time it causes problems is if Thug is fighting someone else like that. You lose 2 die because you're trying to aim while they're running around fighting each other. But Lucky is friendly to Thug, so they don't do anything. And there's not enough people. Enemies block line of sight. So, for example, if there are 3 people like that, all 3 are enemies to you, then you can't see Thug. But since... in a straight line, you're okay.
Okay. So I'm shooting at Thug with her sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just roll 5 dice.
5 plus 1 because of your team ability.
Oh, plus
marksmanship.
Of course. All right, so
my dex is 2.
So I hit with each. Also ich treffe mit jedem.
Oh my god.
Yes.
How much damage can you do with all 6 hits?
5.
Ouch. You could choose to do all 5, or you could choose to do other things, but I think 5 is good.
Yeah.
All right.
That's so.
It does create 4 noise. The gun is really loud.
Yeah.
I would just keep firing if I were you.
Yeah, I think I will shoot again. And that's 1 miss. I think I will keep my luck, and I will just do 4 damage.
Okay, 4 damage. Boom. All right. That is 4 more noise to 8 noise.
And then I will keep the last action point, so that I can determine who starts in the next round. Right?
So, yes, normally That is true. But I do have 1 point and you have 0. So no matter what you keep, you get to decide. Because
all right.
that's first, yeah.
Okay.
Only if we're tied in points.
So I'm free to spend my last action point.
Yes, I
And
would
generate
either kill
a lot of noise.
Yeah, you will have a lot of noise. So.
I already have like 8. That's great.
She generates a lot of noise, but you can see how powerful her gun is.
Yes, definitely. So, okay, dann schieße ich einfach nochmal, so I will shoot again. And that's 5 again. So I will just do another 4 damage.
Alright, so that's 1 there. So 13,
Schaden.
3 left. Alright.
And
so 12 noise. This is good because if you shot again, you would generate a 3rd Sims. So the trick with Bolt is, it's just like a real sniper. You shoot. Now your location is known. You need to now move into a position where next round you have a good position, but you're also not going to be swarmed by Sims coming out of these 2 places.
Mm-hmm.
Since Sims move 2, the best is to be actually 4 away. And the crazy thing is, even when you're there, Thug is still within 10 of you.
Ja, und ich bin natürlich immer noch in Reichweite, weil ich 10 Reichweite habe. Alright.
So 12 noise, that's pretty much the whole board will hear you. So, but there's only this guy left.
Yeah.
So I will move him 1, 2 towards Bolt, but I end up next to Buck. I get to attack Buck. It is 2 damage. Buck has body armor, so pretty much Buck always reduces the damage by 1, down to minimum 1. So that's 1 damage on Buck. Slowly but surely.
Oh, yeah.
I just have to do that 11 more times.
No problem.
All right, so that is all 4 characters. That means this is the end of the round. Now more Sims show up. We start with the loudest character on the board.
Who might that
Bolt.
be?
I know. Each die represents 1 Sim, so I will do it 1 at a time. You are equally as far from both spawn points, so I get to decide which one.
Okay.
I think I'll do 1 from here. So first you throw them on there, then they immediately activate with all the normal rules. Oop, shoot. So I will just move 2 to start getting closer to you. Second one, I think I will have one come from this side and move 2 closer to you. So just to give you pressure. Now your noise is cleared. Then we look at the next loudest.
Yeah. The next louder is Thug.
Yep. And now you get to grab one of those Sims. Must be the closest one, yep. Let me remove these since they all go away. Yeah, and then you have to move at least 1 closer.
So.
All right, and you get to attack.
Yeah.
2 dice.
Okay, that's 2
There,
hits.
he's 2 hits, 2 damage. The thing is, he does have danger sense. That's my team ability. So I will absorb those 2 as everyone has 3 more hit points against Sims, only Sims.
Okay.
So 2 of the damage doesn't go to his real damage. It goes to the danger sense. Okay, next loudest is Buck, 3. Just 1 more Sims. Closest is the one right behind him, so I'm just going to come here. Actually, I'm going to come here, so your shotgun is not as useful.
All right.
And then do an attack. As long as it is not 2 1s, I will do 1 damage to you.
All right. Okay.
Because of body armor. Okay, now what happens is you get 2 Sims. I get 2 Sims. Whoever went first starts. I start first. I will choose one of your 2 characters, and I can just spawn it the same rules as if they made noise. So I could choose Bolt or I could choose Buck. I think I want to keep pressure on Bolt, so I'm going to Bolt and then move 2. And try to threaten her there. Now it's your turn.
I will choose Lucky, because
And
Thug will not survive any longer. 1, 2.
Yep. The next one. Oh, and then my turn. And then I'm going to come out of this one again. Buck is now surrounded. I will do an attack. As long as not 2 1s. 1 more damage. Slowly. And you get the last last Sims.
And I will choose. Yeah. It
I think
doesn't matter
either
again,
one.
so we have to
because of my
pick this one. Yeah. I will just go over here.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And that is the end of round 1.
All right.
All right. So we clear out any objectives. If there's any ability that's still happening, that's just when it's removed. And we start round 2. Round 2, because I said I have 1 point, you have 0. That's the first determination. You get to decide if you want to go first or second. If you go first, for example, and you kill Thug, that means he comes back in the same turn. But when I activate in the same turn that I'm knocked out, I can only spend 1 action point maximum.
Then I will definitely choose to activate first.
The only thing with going second is from the second turn on, you get the 6th AP if you're second. Of course, if you knock Thug out, I can't even spend it because I can only spend 1 on Thug and 4 on Lucky. Yeah. So it's definitely worth going first.
Okay, then I will activate Bolt. And I'm not sure, but I think I will shoot at Thug.
Yes, I think it's worth it.
And that's pretty much...
Oh my god.
Very dead.
So
how much damage do I need?
Here's the interesting part. I have 2 luck, right?
Yeah.
I have 3 hit points left. So if you say you're only going to do 3 damage and store the rest for luck, I could spend 2 luck to reduce that damage and not die. So for you to force me, you have to do 5 hits to get 4 damage, but I don't have to spend the luck. So it's kind of an advantage of the defender.
Okay. So I will spend 5 successes.
Yep. And get rid of him.
Yeah. And of course I will use the lowest dice so that I can generate 1 additional luck. With the last success.
Yeah. So, he just gets this knockout marker.
Ja. Also der ist jetzt einfach K.O.
So he's invisible, and he still occupies the space, but no one can really interact with him until he activates, so it's kind of protected. And when I come back, everyone's hit point, you can see there's like a white circle in the middle area. That's what your hit points heal to. So you never really go back to your full hit points again for the rest of the game. He just comes back with 8 hit points.
Okay.
All right. You should give yourself 1 point for KO character row.
Okay.
But
I definitely need to clear out some of the Sims. I think, because they will just swarm me otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I will shoot at one of the closest Sims, so I will shoot at the one on the right. And ich treffe auf einer 3.
Okay.
That's a lot of hits.
So there's no Sims card in that, but there's a reference card. There are 2 ways to kill Sims. One is 3 damage, and you have to do 3 damage all at once. 1 or 2 damage, it does not stay, it does not accumulate. They're either 3 or nothing. The other way, if you can't do damage, there are a lot of characters who can't do damage. If you stun them twice, they also are taken out.
So I will do 3 damage with 3 successes.
Yep.
And I will use 2 successes to sidestep once. And the last one I will use for luck.
Yep. Nice. Okay.
And then I will shoot again
Nice.
at the closest.
Okay.
Okay, that's one miss. Oh no.
Oh, that's okay. One miss.
It's still one miss.
Yeah,
That's two misses, actually. But it's okay.
that's okay. One miss.
I will just KO another one.
Here another one, and you could sidestep again if you want, I think. Okay, pick up.
Also ich mache nochmal einen Sidestep. And
Now, 12 noise.
yes, great. And now I could make a move and pick up another one of the... Yeah, why not?
You could only hold one at a time. Probably either go a lot more in or stay out. That's probably my recommendation.
So I just walk another one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Actually, I would recommend
Yeah?
if you went 1, 2, 3, 4 here.
Okay.
The reason is if you were where you were, these two and this one, you get 3 attacks.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then you'll have 2 more Sims coming out later. It'll be really bad.
Okay. All right.
All right, but I am going to take advantage of this. So 12, that's the whole board, or all the Sims.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the easy ones and move this one to here. Oop, standing on the dice. I will do 2 dice attack. Oop, not 3. Your dexterity is 3, I believe. Oh, that's 2 damage.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna move this one. See, when you're there, I won't be able to reach you. Then I'm gonna move this one here. This one, I'm just gonna move 1 and attack Buck. 1 more damage to Buck. The tricky thing is the 3 on my side. The good news is Thug is still on the ground, so he's just gonna not be attacked. This one has to move closer to you. So actually, I don't think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I must move here. And then this person gets stuck here. Can't move any closer. Be blocked. Thug is still KO'd. And he does not get attacked, and that is it.
Most people get
I
what's happening.
think the thing is, if I brought Thug back, you could potentially kill him again.
Yeah.
That's the downside with no permanent death. So I'm going to keep him away. Lucky's going to go first. He's going to upload this token that he got earlier. That gives me 2 points now. Oh, did you record the 2 Sims you killed?
Oh, I didn't.
I think you're at 4 now.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucky needs to find stuff to do. He's going to start shooting, since these are not engaged with him, since he's not up. I'm going to shoot this one with another action point. I only roll 4 dice. 2 hits. 2 hits means I'm actually gonna just trade both of them in for luck. You don't have to buy anything else.
Okay.
That maximizes me at 7. I'm gonna shoot it again. Okay. So I'm gonna spend a luck to change this 2 into a 3.
Okay.
I have 6 luck left. He has an ability where if he spends 3 luck, I could get +1 damage for this attack. So I'm going to spend 3 more luck. So he does 2 damage. and then it goes to 3. That's the only way he could get rid of one of these.
Okay.
Then I think he's just going to walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and back, and then spend his last one to upload again. So that is 3 points.
Okay.
And he's done. That's 4 action points.
Oh, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, he's you should definitely. He's your next target.
Oh yes. Well.
All right, now he's quiet. He's back to you.
Okay. Then my next activation is of course
Ooh, Buck.
Bug. Okay, also Bug benutzt wieder seine Shotgun. That's
2.
my last 2 action points actually.
Yep.
And I roll 4 dice this time.
Yes, there are 4 underneath.
Yeah.
It's a really good shot.
And that's 1 miss. Do I have 1
Do
luck?
you have luck?
No, I don't have 1.
No. Okay.
Okay. So, also ich entferne den hier. This one. This one.
All right. So, before you go pick anything up and stuff, there's a rule called attacks of opportunity. So if you play Dungeons and Dragons or other games, it just means if you do anything that distracts you when there's an enemy adjacent to you, they get to attack you immediately first. That means picking up a token, uploading a token, doing a ranged attack when there's an enemy next to you, or if you just walk away without sidestepping or pushing them away. So those are the 4 times where they will just attack you immediately.
So, but however, I will still try to pick up one of the...
Yes, I still think it's worth it.
Yeah. So I will go... He has 3, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
So I can just... yeah. I could potentially get 2 attacks of opportunity if I would walk this way, or is it okay if I stay within his range?
If you stay within his range, you're fine.
Okay, then I will just walk over here.
Pick it up.
And pick up this token, yeah.
Alright, 1 attack. It's going to be surprise. 1 damage.
1 damage.
Slowly but surely.
Oh,
I
the
think
leg.
that
The leg. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you have 1 token on each of your players.
Yeah.
That's good.
And that's it for Bug, I think.
That's it. And he did generate 3 noise for the shotgun.
Yes, he generated 3 noise, and he killed 3.
Oh yeah, he killed 3. So you have a point.
Yeah. So I used 2 to get to 6. No, to 5. I need to
You use
get
1 to get to 5, and you have 2
left.
You have to count your next one. Yep.
Yeah, and I have 2 victory points.
2 victory points. All right. Now there's no Sims within 3 of you except for this one.
Yeah.
So probably 1 more damage. Let's see. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Almost half. Almost half. Okay. Now Thug has to come back because it's his turn.
Okay.
He comes back to 8 damage. Or 8 health, either way. He only can spend 1 action point, which he will use to punch this person. He does get 6 dice, though.
Okay.
Boom.
Klöppelt jetzt auf den Sim.
That's pretty good. 5 hits. I could Cyber Blast, too bad there's no one else next to me, so I'm not going to generate that much noise. I need 4 hits to get to 3 damage to get rid of it. And then he will get luck for this last one. And then he will walk 1, walk 2, I walk 1, walk 2, walk 3. And then you get 2 attacks of opportunity because I pick one up next to you.
Okay.
And I walked away.
Okay. So the first one is 1 damage.
Okay. Now my danger sense is gone.
And the second one
Real damage coming up.
is 2 damage.
2. Alright. That goes to 5. Only 6 hit points left again. Okay. He did generate 1 noise, I believe, for that 1 attack. But no one's within 1 of him. Okay.
That's the round.
That's another round, yes. So we now spawn more people.
Oh, yeah.
Loudest person. Bolt. Okay, the easiest 2 would be there. And I'm going to move further over. It's still closer than before.
Okay.
And then I get 2 dice attack. Oh, wow. Miss. Alright, got lucky there. Second one from that noise. I'm going to come behind you. And try again. Let's try these 2. Oh, that's 3. Let's try these 2 dice. Oh. Yeah, got 2 this time.
So that's 2 damage.
Yep, your noise is removed. Oh, I'm going to remove the objective tokens too. They dissolve.
Oh, okay.
But you each have 1 already. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your noise. Now Buck is the next loudest. I will come from only this side. So slowly but surely, hopefully I do 1 more damage to you.
Yeah.
Ooh, so... Oh,
1.
if I actually rolled 2 1s, you don't take damage, but thank God. So 1 more. Halfway there!
Yes.
And then you get to do 1 for Thug. I believe this is the closest.
Yeah. Okay, then I will spawn 1 sim and we will go right over here.
Okay.
Because you can't reach it.
Now, we each get 2 more.
Okay, jetzt haben wir 2 mehr.
You go first, because you went first this round.
I think I will pick this one for Thug.
Yep.
We'll just...
Not for Lucky.
Oh, Lucky, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. I'm going to keep attacking Bolt.
All right.
Because she is dangerous.
No.
Oh, only 1 damage.
Okay, 1 Schaden.
Though halfway though, I think.
Okay.
And you get your 1 more, Thug or Lucky.
I think this time I will go for Thug.
Alright.
I think it doesn't make that much of a difference. Oh, this time. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will... Hi, Bolt. 1 more.
All right.
Okay. So, now it's
not looking
final...
so good.
I know. So there's one thing you could do. It's called First Aid. You can spend 1 action point to do it. What it does is it heals you to that white circle, including the white circle. That means anytime you start losing damage, you can never really heal back to full. So it's kind of a useful thing if you're really low on health. And then I'm at 3 points, you're at 2 points. So again, you get to decide if you want to go first or second.
Yes. Okay.
This is a tricky one because if I go first, Thug is going to go and have some fun.
Oh, yes.
But if you go first, you have to spend some time not being next to all that. But you could still kill Thug again and really limit my ability to do a lot of damage.
I think I will go first.
All right.
And I will activate Bolt.
Yes.
And I will use her melee attack.
Yes.
Can't read it.
So it's only 5 dice because it's not ranged.
Yeah. I will attack like the one in front of her. And that's the 2 hits I need.
Yep.
Also ich habe 2 Treffer, das heißt, ich benutze einen Sidestep. And I will move her, well,
Yeah.
great, over here, I think.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah. And that's 1 action point and 1 noise.
Yes.
I think I will take the attack of opportunity against her. And I will shoot at Thug.
Okay. So you have 3 hit points left, I think.
Yeah. At least
All
I
right.
can't die right now. So,
Yeah, you can't die immediately.
yeah.
1.
Okay.
Still safe.
Still safe.
All right.
That's 1 damage. Okay, and then I will shoot for 6 dice. And that's terrible. That's awful.
Oh my god. Do you have luck?
I have luck. I have quite some.
Did you roll a 6th one? I think you only rolled 5.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, he only needs 2. You do have luck.
Yeah, I could use... how he has...
Dex is only 2, and he has 6 hit points.
So I could one-shot him.
You
If I use
can
all
only
my
do
luck.
5 damage.
I can?
You
Oh,
actually can only do 5 damage.
I missed that. Sorry, yeah, of course.
But if you want to try this, you could say you did firing line. So you wouldn't have to spend that 1 AP, and it's a +1 damage for this shot.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that's a really
Because I
strong.
totally did not forget about this ability.
That's okay. Yeah, you should use that ability. So spend your 2 luck to make those everything hit. So that's 5 damage.
Okay. So I do enough damage to KO Thug again. Also ich KO
And
ihn
give
jetzt wieder.
yourself another point.
And I get another point. All right.
All right, and then, Buck, because you did your firing line, he could shoot if he wants, but he does take 2 more attack. It might be worth it because you need 3 more to get a point. You could shoot a Sims and potentially, if you get rid of this person, Bulk can just walk away.
Ah, that's great. Okay. And I will get 2 attacks of opportunity.
All right, so as long as I don't roll 2-1, that's at least 1.
Yeah.
1 damage, and
Damage.
oh, I just rolled luck. And, well, there's another one that hits. 1 more damage. Okay.
I will attack with... Gets to
+1.
6. Yes.
Oh,
and
but
+1.
-2 because
Okay.
you don't want to shoot your own person.
Ja. Also weil
They're
ich wegen Friendly Fire quasi
Yep.
krieg 2 Würfe weniger.
The good news is you only need 2 hits because you have +1 damage right now.
Ja. And I have 1... Can I also generate luck
Yes,
with this
you
out of
may.
turn activation? Okay, then I
Yep.
will generate 1 luck.
Nice. And give yourself 1 more Sims kill.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And now you do generate noise from all that.
Oh, yes.
Everyone who shot does.
So she has 5 noise now.
Okay.
Okay.
So back to her activation.
Okay. She will now... I think she
You
will...
have one to upload.
Yeah, she will move up
Yeah.
to the terminal and upload the objective token.
Okay. Cost you 1 AP.
That's this one. So 1 AP
Gives you
for that.
another point.
Yes.
Nice.
And
I probably would heal her because
ja.
the Sims next to Buck will probably.
Also sie heilt jetzt noch für einen Aktionspunkt wieder auf ihren 1, 2.
What is your white number?
It's 5.
5, I think?
Yes. Also ich heile jetzt wieder.
So I think you should have, 4 damage left?
Yes. Also
Okay.
ich habe noch 4
So
Schaden.
you're back to 5 hit points.
Okay.
Okay. And the 5 noise follows you. Okay, so 5 noise. Wow, this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh god. Does that mean all of them? Oh my god. Yes, right.
But she's perfectly positioned.
Yeah, she's she's in the middle of every single sim, and she only made 5 noise.
I can already imagine the crazy tactics you can apply.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is why, like, having the sims and your opponent being able to control it is pretty fun. I'm gonna try to come and maximize my attacks on you.
Okay.
All right, 2 dice again. 1 damage.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna circle around and attack Bolt. Okay. Oh, 2 damage.
Oh.
But that's the only ones right now, I think. Buck does get hit again. This might get dangerous. 1 damage, as always.
Okay.
Another one. 1 more damage. At least Buck is safe otherwise. I think this one I'm just going to have him stand there. There's so many here. They have to go towards Bolt. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy, this is not good for Lucky. This is actually the time where you force me. I have to go there.
Yeah, it's totally intentional and
yeah,
tactical mastermind.
Yes, you figured it out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one time I rolled 2 ones.
Great, just great.
Okay, so this guy. Oh shoot, Thug is okay. So I'm still okay. So I'm just gonna move this one next to Thug. Nothing happens. Biggest KO button. How do I get to her? I think I'll stop here. Shoot, I need to. Oh, this is one closer. I'm just gonna stop there. This actually, that was a puzzle for me to not punch myself too much. Nice. All right. So back to Thug or Lucky. This is getting really ugly here. I could try to finish off Bolt just for fun. I might actually do that just because it's kind of cool. Okay, so Thug will activate. He can only spend 1.
Okay.
Bolt has 1 hit point, 2 hit points left.
She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1.
1 hit point left. Haha. All right. I am going to.
She has 9.
9. Oh.
Yeah, then she has 2 left.
All right. Thug's gonna say hi. Because you keep killing him. So he's gonna spend the 1 action point he can spend.
Okay, he will get 1 attack of opportunity from the.
Yes, he does. Yeah. And I am back to 8 hit points.
That's 2 damage.
All right, 2 more damage. Oh, why did I do that? I should have just removed that and give myself. I will spend 1 AP to attack you.
All right.
I'm going to roll 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that is 3 damage.
Yeah, that would.
Even if you spent your luck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll get 1 luck from that. So just grab one of these big, ugly KO tokens. But the good news is your noise doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, great.
See, it's a good thing. All right, I am at 4 points, and he did 1 noise, and he also is done. So you get to attack with this guy.
Okay, then I will do so. Ich attackiere jetzt noch mit dem einen Sim. And he
Another
does
2 more.
2 damage.
Okay. Okay, Thug is done.
I think I will go down in a blaze.
Yeah.
So
Do it.
I will use my shotgun and fire at these 3 guys in front of me.
Nice. The good thing with shotgun is it's not a ranged attack, it's your ability. So you do not get attacks of opportunity from the ones behind you.
That is very good. And I'm hitting on a 3. So that's all 3 of them.
Boom. Gone.
Bam. And I get another
Get another point.
And I go to 1 kill.
Boom.
All right, that's my 2 AP.
Now's the hard part.
I generated, again, a lot of noise.
So how many hit points do you have left?
1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, you still have 2 left.
Yeah.
So the smart thing is to actually walk away and take that 1 attack of opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
So you don't die.
Yeah. So I will just... well, I can walk to
If you walk
here.
straight away, no one can reach you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will walk 3. Ich laufe 3 weg. And take 1 attack of opportunity. I
And
take
it is 1 damage, shockingly.
Dann habe ich jetzt noch einen Lebenspunkt.
You made 6 noise?
Ja.
Okay, so everyone's gonna follow you and stay out of my way. It doesn't matter anymore because Lucky doesn't make noise.
Okay.
So, and no more spawns at the end.
Okay, so at the end of the game, at the last round, there's no more...
There's no more spawn,
additional.
yeah. I'm going to use my extraordinary tactic, which is a free... it's a sidestep up to my walk value. So it's a kind of like a second move. So his first thing is going to go 1, 2, and grab this one. And upload it with 1 action. Thug actually could do the same thing, but he's just going to get out of the way.
Ja, das war jetzt eine
So
die
now
super
that
Fähigkeit
means-
von der Fraktion.
We are tied.
Uhuhu.
So here's the thing. You are at 1 hit point left.
I am?
I think I have to try this.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Actually, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take an attack of opportunity from
Okay.
this guy.
Eine Attacke. That's 1, I think.
Okay. Actually, he hasn't used his danger sense. And I am going to try to go for the win by shooting at you.
All right.
Because I only need to do 1 damage. So this is hopefully for the tiebreaker. Yep.
All right.
And pretty much that's it.
Yeah. So
Close game, 6-5.
definitely. Win for Bernie.
Yeah.
Shake hands. Shake hands.
Shake hands. Yep, barely win.
Good game. Good game.
Good game. That was fun.
That was very much fun. Yes. So it's really great fun. It's very tactical.
Yeah.
And it's you really have to think about each activation, which I really like.
Oh, yeah. Because I think every time, I mean, Brendan and I have played this game probably a couple hundred times now and watched a couple hundred more people play it. And people keep surprising us, even with just 2 characters on each side. Sometimes we still see people do things like, oh, wow, I've never seen that.
It's incredible how many options you have with each activation, with each action, and you still can decide. It's still limited what you can do with the resources, with the actions you can take, but you have enough combinations to really make crazy things. And I already read through some of the character cards, and just I absolutely love the guy who can get drunk.
Oh yes, Sergey.
It's just great. So there's not only this mechanical depth in this game, but it's also a very atmospheric, and the characters just read and play like you have the feeling they are supposed to, which is great. I really love that.
And I believe you could probably, on the back of each card, this is also online, print and play, you could kind of get the bio of each of them just to get even more flavor of who they are.
Was ich gerade gesagt habe, also ich finde es großartig, dass das Spiel nicht nur mechanisch extrem tief ist, das ist sehr, sehr taktisch, man hat sehr, sehr viele Optionen, was man machen kann, aber es spielt sich auch sehr fluffig, sehr atmosphärisch, weil man eben das Gefühl hat, die Charaktere, die jeder seine eigene Hintergrundgeschichte hat und jeder seine eigenen Fähigkeiten, Backstory, die spielen sich wirklich so, wie man es erwarten würde, wie sie sich auf dem Feld spielen. Also es gibt den Typen, der sich betrinken kann, haut vor allem ordentlich rein. Der Mountie auf seinem Pferd kann Leute niederreiten und und es gibt einen, der Drohnen kontrolliert und so weiter. Also es passt einfach so zusammen. Yes. So, Bernie, first let me say thank you very much for taking the time for playing with me. I know it's like crazy late where you are right now.
That's good. It's Friday night at least.
Yeah.
Or Saturday morning.
So my day is just beginning. Yours is hopefully ending right now.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know. Is Brandon still there, or is he?
Yeah. Let me unplug this thing. You'll probably hear yourself again for a little bit.
Just want to say thank you. Okay, Brandon, can you hear me?
Yep.
Great.
Brendan can hear you now.
Yeah, hey.
So thanks to you as well for taking the time and for staying awake all this time.
No problem.
I know it's difficult to stay awake while playing so late, and staying awake while watching is even more difficult, I think.
But I got a bunch of stuff done. Don't worry about it.
All right. But it's really a great game, and I wish you
thank you
all success. If it should not be successful this time around, I'm pretty sure it will be the next time. So
we will definitely. If it's not successful, we will definitely get even more things ready, and just spend the next few months kind of keep building the demoing to people, building the community, and go for it again. Thank you so much.
I would really love to have this game at home with the awesome miniatures. I love the style of the miniatures, and I love the setting of the miniatures, because it's also one of these more unique kinds of settings which you don't see very often. You have thousands of regular science fiction and fantasy and zombie settings, but this one with this semi-realistic and really a little bit down to earth, but also not with the animal faction. It's just great. It's just very, very unique, and I would love to play the game with friends. And so thank you so much for the time you took, and for explaining the game to me, and for making a great game. That's always
thank you for having us and playing it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out the link to the Omicron Protocol Kickstarter campaign in the video description, and feel free to try out the Tabletop Simulator mod or the print and play. And if you like, you can also check out other Let's Plays on my channel, Bier and Brezel Tabletop. They are mainly in German, however they are heavily edited, and you should be able to understand what's going on even if you don't speak the language. Have a great day und auf Wiedersehen!